On the Notre Dame Ice Dons broadcast network, powered by the Illinois Media School. It's the Ice Dons and Notre Dame as we have varsity action coming your way as they take on the Caravan of Mount Carmel. And we welcome you back here to the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. I'm Ryan Fay with you here on the broadcast, getting you set for Ice Dons hockey, here brought to you by the Illinois Media School. As we conclude our doubleheader here tonight inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena, both these teams saw each other back on December 9th, and for the Caravan, it was a home victory in favor over the Ice Dons by the score of 5-3. They also outshot them 35-26 in that game as well. Both these teams towards the bottom tier of the CCHL standings as well. You got Notre Dame coming into today with a record of 8-9-1-3 on the season. That's 20 points for them so far this season in CCHL action. And for Mount Carmel, 6-12-2-1, 2 ties and 1 overtime loss. To their credit, that's 15 points overall on the season. For the Caravan, coming in 1-4 in their last 5 games. For the Ice Dons, they are 2-2-0-1 in their last 5 games. As we get you set for a puck drop between the Ice Dons and the Caravan, this is the last CCHL game for the Varsity Ice Dons. JV will have another game on Wednesday. We brought that up to you in our first of our doubleheader here today, as the Ice Dons look to go for the sweep here against Mount Carmel, as they look to get their second victory here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena on this Sunday, January 27th, 2019. Still leading the CCHL is St. Ignatius, 18-1-1-1. That's 38 points on the season. That's 110 goals for them, leading the conference as a whole. Notre Dame, 53 goals to their tally, while for Mount Carmel, they've gotten 68, while they've given up, however, 91. So as the final minute of the warm-ups will tick on down. Also, if you just joined us, we had the senior night festivities for the 10 seniors that were honored here before tonight's contest. Eric Keene, along with Kevin Lempa, Thomas Schrantz, Frank Greif, the captain, Roark Psycho, Moses Palacios, Tommy Spanos, Eric Podgorny, Michael Langbine, and Joseph Schrantz. Hasn't been with the team this season due to injury, but also was honored before tonight's contest. So Keene's going to get the start in net tonight. And we'll get you everybody's stat lines in just a moment. As Jacob Cronin, the man out there in net for Mount Carmel. 16 games, he's 4-11-1-1 with just over 4 goals. As you look at the Ice Dons here on your screen, Keene on the season. In 8 games, 2-4-1-0 with an 86% save percentage, allowing 3.35 goals a game. So as the teams now will get to their respective benches, we'll be getting set for puck drop here momentarily. 17-minute periods in varsity CCHL action. As you take a look at the Notre Dame Ice Dons bench, and now we'll kick it over for our national anthem. Well done on the national anthem by the Notre Dame Marching Band here in attendance tonight. As we get set for puck drop here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena, the final home match for Varsity here in the 2018-19 season. They've been led by Devlin O'Kane, who tallied a couple points last night in the contest over Fenwick that we had for you here. It was just one game we had yesterday. It was Varsity that was in action here at home, as they won a close one over the Fenwick Friars 4-3. So Kane's going to get the start in net, as we mentioned. Liam McKiernan out there on the ice for the Ice Dons, in addition to Tommy Spanos. Frank Greif, the captain, also out there. As making his way off the ice, Joey Schrantz, number 8. You see him. He's suited up in honor of the senior night festivities. Not playing, though, due to injury, so now he'll be going off. But to say he was out there for the starting unit, to give him one final salute. You got Jeremy Langbein out there, number 15. Andreas Zorn, number 5. To finish off your starters for the Ice Dons. And off we go here on senior night. This one taken in. Brett Wiseman, number 7 in white. As it goes down to the far point, it's great for the shot. That deflects wide off the glass. McKiernan with the quick dump in, back in play. Ice Dons trying to keep it in at the far point. Can't. Caravans take it back over at neutral ice. Packed to the rafters here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena tonight in honor of senior night. It is essentially standing room only here, as this shot gets deflected wide around Keene. And a big hit there along the boards as the Ice Dons take possession back, as it could be an odd man advantage back the other way. It's Jeremy Langbein with the puck. That shot goes wide of the net. As a play into the far point, out to neutral ice it goes. As this one flicked on back in for Michael Langbein, one of the 10 seniors honored before tonight's contest. As now it's Eric Podgorny with the shot, hits off the right pad of Jacob Cronin. Back the other way, Moses Palacios, who was also honored before tonight's contest. Now to McKiernan, had it at the far point. That shot in, came in with some heat on it too, as Keene makes the stop at the left pad. And now it's Devlin O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane saw him tally a couple points last night against Fenwick, as we mentioned. As we play just over a minute and a half of our first period, no score. Off the glass and dumped back in by Mount Carmel as they make a couple changes. And now Declan Fortier, as this one gets skipped over the stick of Carlton Lee, number 72. As Adam Fitch, number 11, goes rink wide. Spanos gets control of the puck for Notre Dame. Zorn trying to stay, or I should say that was Lempa trying to stay with it as Psycho got taken down. And the Caravan dump it back in yet again. Frank Greif, the captain. Puts on a couple moves out to neutral ice. Greif, that shot hits off the top of the rafters, and he gets taken down in the near corner boards after the initial shot attempt, as he collided there with Luca Di Filippo, number 74. So near right wing circle face-off coming. Each team with a shot on goal here early on. Yeah, we'll have a 2-minute break in between the first and second period. After the second period, they'll resurface the ice, and we'll have our longer intermission before we begin period 3. Schrantz at the draw for the Ice Dons, and he wins that battle to Psycho. Roark Psycho trying to trail, as Schrantz will do that instead. As this one is centering pass out towards the zone. Palacios tried to keep it in, but to no avail. Lempa at neutral ice. Gets it right back from Psycho. Lempa dumps it in. Schrantz trying to trail around for it. Lempa in with it on the backhand. Switches forward. Oh, he wanted Schrantz, who was on a nice opportunity at center ice there for that one, but to no avail. Michael Langbein has that one flipped into the Mount Carmel bench. Look out, as if somebody was dunking in that area. So that'll go out of play, and we'll have the face-off upcoming. So center ice draw coming. It'll be Zorn at it for the Ice Dons. And taking the draw there for Mount Carmel was Dylan Klein, number 10. Spencer Shackmuth, number 41, with the big hit on Zorn along the boards. Out to the point it goes. It's Zorn again. Zorn leaves it in for McKiernan. McKiernan lost it back behind the net. Shackmuth came away with the puck as a couple players fall down. McKiernan gets it right back to Langbine. Jeremy Langbine with the opportunity. Didn't get a lot on it, though. A great chance nevertheless, as Zorn tries to keep it in. As Greif at the point has that one trickle behind him, and back into the ice Don's end it'll go. Both teams making changes. As this one at the far point, good keep in there initially by Declan Fortier. As this now the other way, here comes Podgorny. Podgorny to the left side. That shot hit off the side of the cage, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play as the net came undone on the far side. Take another look at that one as you'll see him coming in rather quickly, and see the net as you can see Jacob Cronin kind of fall back into that far post. As off the ice Don's face-off win, Michael Langbine. Wrapped in behind the net for Coleman. Podgorny trying to chase after, but can't. And this will get back out of the Mount Carmel zone. King comes out to play it. This one skipped over towards Coleman. Couldn't get it initially as Podgorny now goes to Coleman. O'Kane with a big hit. Devlin O'Kane. Get out the hit stick for that one if you were playing a Madden video game. As Mount Carmel now the other way. John Curtin flicks a shot in towards Keene, who makes the stop. Just over 12 minutes to play here in the first. Still no score. A save from Keene, the senior, as we take another look at that shot down in there from Curtin. You're going to see right there, he had to go wide against the defense of Moses Palacios. As the far circle draw goes right back into Keene, who makes an immediate stop, having to fall forward to ice the puck. As you get one more look at that draw that was won there from Sam Smith. As this rings around behind the boards, it's Lempa. Wanted that to McMaster, couldn't get it to him though on the feed, as it'll get dumped back into the Caravan's end. Schrantz trying to deliver a big hit. A little more juice for these players on senior night in particular. This one's going to skip all the way down, and it'll go down for an icing. 11:28 to go here in the first. AJ Scalzetti with our camera operations here tonight. Our director and replay operator is Tim Helms. I'm Ryan Fahey with you here on the Notre Dame Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School. If you're interested in a career in media, come check out the Illinois Media School. You can go to beonair.com or dial 630-916-1700. As this is a backhand shot in, as Jeremy Langbine wanted to try to get a second chance out of it, but the rebound didn't go his way. As now it's Zorn turning around for a shot as that one goes just wide. Good attempt though from Zorn as he was skating right and shooting to his left. As he's going to get it right back. He goes for a slap shot, trying to go 5-hole, but the door closed courtesy of Jacob Cronin. And circling back is Fitch. Fitch now will dump it in. And we get a whistle, and that's going to be an icing as he sit back behind the red line when he did it. So we'll go back into the Caravan zone. 10:51 here to play in our first period. Still no score. Shots on goal. Notre Dame 4, Mount Carmel 2. Coleman at the draw for the Ice Dons. Coleman goes with a backhand. Kind of had a delay on it to see if maybe he was going to fool any other Mount Carmel defender. As it hits right up to Devlin O'Kane. Mount Carmel comes away with it. Vittorio now has that one ring on in. As this one a shot in and a Keene save made from Eric Keene. 10:24 to play here in the first. We'll get another look at that Keene save here on senior night. As you can see, and even in the background, the 10 posters in honor of their seniors. As you see Keene's stop. Keene's is the 7th poster from the right. Play up ahead is Greif delivering a hit there onto the near boards right in front of us. As Coleman rang it to the far side as McMaster takes control. McMaster dumps it on in. 10 minutes now to go here in the first. Still no score. Coleman trying to make a play on it. McMaster trying to clean it up behind him. Caravan are going to come away with it, though. Oh, and a turnover. Coleman with an opportunity, but he couldn't get a clean play on the puck. Nevertheless, Iceland trying to create something here as this one gets sticked out in front and blocked down on the shot. Attempt there from Spanos as the Caravan now will dump it back in to the near corner. Greif. The captain takes control. As he loses the puck there at neutral ice. Lempa picks it up for him. Manages to get through a couple defenders as he plays this one off the boards into the Mount Carmel zone. As Lempa. Now the Caravan. Lose that one out. Michael Langbine flips it out of his own end. Near corner boards. Gino Gaslio, number 44. Now Lempa. Trance now dumps it in. He goes off for a change. Ice Downs make a couple on it as we approach 8.5 to go here in the first. A risky pass there in the Mount Carmel end by their defensive squad. As McKiernan lost it at the point, goes back out. Ice Downs go off for some more changes. Now over at the far point was number 23, Daniel Allen. As that shot rang around the boards wide. As Zorn now looks to use some speed the other way. Zorn bodied off the puck. As McKiernan with a centering there for Zorn. He wanted to go backhand on the attempt, but a little too hot to handle on the stick. Here's Zorn who gets it right back. Zorn centers it, finds Langbine, and he scores! Jeremy Langbine on senior night makes it 1-0. The Ice Dons take the lead with just under 8 minutes to go here in period number 1. As we get another look at that one, as you see, McKiernan leaves it off, and on the backhand, Langbine delivers to get the Ice Dons on the board first. So 1-0 Notre Dame. They take the lead on senior night. As this one flips up into the Ice Dons bench and play is stopped. Kind of heard in the background the announcement, and some parents in front of me looking at each other, they could barely hear the PA announcer announce the goal. Officially, they mentioned McKiernan with the assist. I didn't hear Zorn's name in particular. As now Podgorny back the other way chasing. He got stuck back behind the net on that one as Coleman tried to keep it in play and can't. O'Kane with a hit on is now an opportunity here as Coleman's shot hit off the right pad of Cronin. Now to the point, Palacios. That shot's wide. 7 minutes now to go here in the first. 1-0 Ice Downs. Jeremy Langbine the difference. Curtin now as that one goes wide to the right of Eric Keene. This one rings all the way out to neutral ice. And then a dump back in. Is this one taking no chances is the senior Eric Keenan. He ices the puck and play is stopped. With 6:41 to play here in our first period, 1-0 Ice Dons. And thank you for joining us in our CCHL coverage of Notre Dame Ice Dons hockey here on the Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School. I'm Ryan Fahey with you here on this Sunday night inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena here in Mount Prospect, Illinois. Is out the face-off won by Mount Carmel. That shot's wide. Back in the Mount Carmel end, and it's Shackmuth. Having lost that one, as that one sticked away from Cronin in his blue paint. Now to Spanos. Shackmuth gets the puck back, and he'll settle it down in his own end. Spanos trying to play it up ahead. It gets deflected back as it went to Psycho's area. Now Brett Wiseman dumps it in. Greif goes back to play it. Greif wanting Psycho, couldn't get it to him, and instead Schrantz will come away with it. Tommy Schrantz now into the Mount Carmel zone. McMaster staying with it. McMaster trying to tie through 3 different Mount Carmel sticks. Can't win the battle as he tries to clean it up at the near point, and he manages to do so for a split second, but the Caravan are able to dump it back on down, and it'll go for an icing as we approach the 5.5-minute mark remaining to go here in the first period. As it looks like McMaster's going back to the bench. He may have a wardrobe malfunction, as it looked like he was carrying some kind of equipment off of his pants. As this one's skittered on in towards the blue paint for Cronin to make the glove stop. So we'll have the far left wing circle face off. Ice Dons 1, Caravan 0. Under 5.5 now to go. Rowski with the shot from the left point. No, as McKiernan takes a big hit, and that's going to be a penalty. They're going to call that an illegal hit towards the head. So the Ice Dons, I believe they're going to give that to them on the power play. Or are they going to say, well, one official looked like he was pointing at Notre Dame's bench, but in the way. It will be an Ice Dons power play forthcoming as we take another look at that, and you see it right there, clear as day. One official you saw skating in there kind of pointed at Notre Dame, saying that was on them, and either way, it would have been overruled. So Asleo will go off for a couple. So a 5-on-4 advantage here now. Coleman to take the draw. We've got Greif, Podgoni, O'Kane, and McKiernan out there on this power play unit. O'Kane manages to keep it in, but it deflects out. As Greif dumps it in. McKiernan chases left side. He's going to get the puck. McKiernan now finds Podgorny, and that hopped over his stick and back out. Podgorny with the puck, and he lost it in his own end. I'll have to go back and reset. Minute 26 remaining on the Notre Dame power play. 4:41 to play here in the first. 1-0 Ice Dons off of a Jeremy Langbine goal. Devlin O'Kane leaves it off for McKiernan. To O'Kane, who had it behind him. He couldn't get back to the puck as he fell down. Now the Caravan shorthanded coming back the other way. Not much doing on it as Greif with the body block per se. Now Coleman. Power play unit still out there. 50 seconds remaining on it. No changes have been made in this sequence. O'Kane. McKiernan leaves it for Coleman. Coleman in front, couldn't get a shot off though with the stick. As he tries to get it back in the far left corner, he does. 30 seconds remaining. Greif leaves it for O'Kane. Greif again, he rips a shot off and a save made. Sliding to his left was Jacob Cronin, and play is stopped. Get one more look at that sliding save there to his left from Cronin. you see this not deflected in front, as there was traffic, though, in front of Cronin. We got 3:42 remaining here in the first period. 22 seconds remaining on the Ice Downs power play. Both Langbein brothers out there on the second unit as Zorn takes a bump from behind. Michael Langbein keeping it in play as he kind of pressed in as the defender. As the shot off, deflected in, and hits off the left pad of Cronin. And that finishes off the Notre Dame power play. Both teams now at full strength, 5-on-5 hockey we play. As Lempa, far left corner, loses the stick on it. Mount Carmel comes away with the puck. Wiseman now, Brett Wiseman will ring it on in. Keene deflects it to his right side. At the wing, as trying to come away with it is Smith. Spanos defensively gets a stick on the puck, far corner, and he'll come away with it. It's off the side of the cage, and it looked like he wanted to maybe ice the puck, but the Ice Downs rather played it. Jeremy Langbein, as a Caravan defender, spun himself out of his skates, it looked like. As Jeremy Langbein tried to stay on in, but it gets poked back out. Caravan trying to catch the Ice Downs, and the change doesn't work. Palacios now. Up ahead to Tommy Schrantz, who has that sticked away from him. Good play there from Declan Fortier. This one deflects in wide as we now have under 2 minutes to play here in the second period. And this will be backhanded out, and then a kind of a hacky sack save in the zone by Palacios as he dumps it in. 11 shots on goal for Notre Dame, 3 only for Mount Carmel in this period. As Schrantz with the shot hits off the side of the netting. Still manages to battle with the puck as he got boarded up there by Aiden Bokel. I should say rather that was Brett Wiseman, excuse me. Sticked out, Coleman tries to keep it in the zone. Is now racing the other way as Declan Fortier, whose shot goes wide of the glove of Keene. Now Devlin O'Kane loses the battle there as we now have a minute to go here in the first. Shackmuth dumps it in. Podgorny had that one go behind him. He didn't really know where the puck was at first. Has an opportunity for the Caravan as a shot there gets blocked in front from Vittorio. Pass coming out to the point. It's taken away by O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane on the backhand. Couldn't get a shot off, though, as we now have half a minute remaining in the first. O'Kane circles around. Wheels and deals. Jurashki. Coleman. Taken down in the near right corner. 15 seconds remain. Podgorny trying to battle away with it. Coleman comes away with it as we have the final 10. Now with 5, Coleman backhands it in, but to no avail. And that's going to do it for our first period of play. 11 shots on goal for the Ice Downs, 3 for the Caravan. 1-0 on the tally sheet, courtesy of a Jeremy Langbein goal. That's the difference after 1. We'll be back for period 2 action and more coming up next here on the Ice Downs Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School.
Hi, I'm Rob Rose, and I'm one of the instructors here at Illinois Media School. I've been teaching here at the school since 2010, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. I teach radio. I work nights at 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I've been in the radio industry 27 years. 17 of those 27 as a station program director and operations manager, which means I hired people that came out of schools like this one. Unfortunately, places that I've been, I haven't been near schools like this, so I've had to go to places like Dunkin' Donuts and say, hey, you have a personality, would you like to try radio? So this is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast industry. We're talking radio, television, web, podcasting, absolutely everything. I keep in touch with all of my students that I've had in my classes since 2010 on Facebook and social media, and I love seeing all of the success stories. In fact, I work downtown Chicago with several graduates from this program. So get in touch with the school and take advantage of it. Make it your career. Do it now. I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
All set now, as it'll be the Ice Dons going right to left here in the Mount Carmel Caravan left to right for period number 2. 1-0 Ice Dons with the lead, and away we go for second period action. On senior night here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena, I'm Ryan Fahey with you on the Notre Dame Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday night. And we got JV action Wednesday for a late 9:30 p.m. puck drop, as they'll be taking on Bennett Academy. As now on this 2-on-1, that shot goes just over the top of the cage, as that was Zorn's shot. As this one, Jeremy Langbine, that one hits off the right pad of Cronin. As trying to keep that one in play, there was McKiernan, and we get a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty, as an elbowing call is going to go, I believe, on McKiernan. And that is what it is going to be. So now Mount Carmel, as we're going to take one more look at the elbow there, as you kind of saw him lunge forward. So he'll sit in the box for a pair. And Mount Carmel will go to the power play for the first time here tonight. Outside the Notre Dame zone, the faceoff will occur. It'll be Coleman versus Klein. And then the battle of two players that start their last name with the letter C. It's the Mount Carmel Klein to win the draw. As now Coleman shorthanded with an interception. This one out to Podgorny at the left point. He rips up for a shot, and that one stopped immediately from Cronin as that hit off of Shackman's stick right out in front of him. So a shorthanded shot by Coleman. We've played just about a minute of this second period. Mount Carmel, mentioned them, 9th in the CCHL. Notre Dame is 7th. Gorney looks to dump it on in, and he does. Minute 26 left on the Mount Carmel power play. As a pass off the boards, it's Klein off to himself. Klein gets out to the right point for Wiseman. Back to Klein at the circle. He whiffs on the shot. Manages to get the pass off, though, to recover. As now it's Wiseman again at the right point. As he leaves this one off, shot off, and it's blocked by Podgorny, who feeling that one after his right arm took the brunt of it. As into the far corner, Michael Langbine looks to clear it out. A first time doesn't work. And instead, a second time still doesn't work. A good keeping by the Caravan as they tiptoe it along the blue line. As there's 40 seconds left on the Caravan power play. And third time's the charm finally is going to work, as it could be an odd man advance, shorthanded the other way for the Ice Dons. And a 2-on-1 blocked out in front, as it was Coleman who was looking for the pass there from O'Kane. But a good block from Spencer Shackmuth defensively to stop that one from developing. Final 17 seconds of this Caravan power play. Good penalty kill here so far for the Ice Dons tonight. As McKiernan will get ready to come out of the box, this gets put back into the Ice Dons end. That's going to go for an icing with 3 seconds left on the Mount Carmel power play. So a very successful penalty kill for the Ice Dons in this sequence. See all the green in the crowd here tonight. The cheerleaders are in the house along with the Notre Dame prep band. As the faceoff won by Mount Carmel. The penalty on Notre Dame is now over. Both teams are at full strength, 5-on-5. As racing back the other way off the shot there from Carlton Lee. An easy save from Eric Keene. .15 remaining in our second. 1-0 Ice Dons. As off the draw, gets out to the right point. McMaster finds Spanos, who takes a hit. Back by net. This one scribbles out in front, though, to Keene, who lays in front to make the stop in the blue paint. There's a couple words exchanged after the whistle had gone. It'll be Fortier and Coleman on the draw in the near right wing circle. Michael Langbein will ring this one around. Wanted to get it out to Devlin O'Kane, and it will get out to neutral ice outside the blue line. O'Kane still battling for it there. Rather aggressive battle along the boards there for O'Kane. Now Coleman at neutral ice. Back around behind the net is Lee, who rings this one all the way down, and it will go for an icing. 13-3 shots on goal in favor of the Ice Dons in this capacity crowd here tonight at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Coleman will be at the draw. As that got out there, Podgorny and O'Kane as his wings. On the back end, you've got Palacios and Michael Langbein. Langbein leaves it for O'Kane. Now to Podgorny behind the net, who stops. Left that one off now to O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane for a wraparound attempt, and that one squibbed out of there by Cronin as Podgorny tried to pick up the second chance. Palacios at the point, keeping it in the zone. Good play there from Coleman now. Coleman in the circle. His shot patted wide from Cronin. Now Palacios, one of the 10 seniors on it at senior night and the festivities before the contest here tonight that we had for you live. It's Palacios. Rings it in. A little triangular pass action as Palacios, his shot deflects wide off the right leg there of Dylan Klein as O'Kane tries to center it forward, but nobody home. Palacios with the dump in as the Ice Dons make some changes. Zorn and McMaster out there, in addition to Jeremy Langbein. New left corner boards battle. As now it's Zorn. Farashki who dumps it in. McMaster's that one on the side of the cage, and it's a goal! Poking at it and poking at it more. Matthew McMaster makes it 2-0 Ice Dons. You're going to see the initial shot as you saw Rashke get the initial look on it. We'll see who's going to get the second assist on this. I think it's going to be Jeremy Langbein, I want to say. Yep, and then McMaster going to look great. Look on our replay on the backhand attempt by McMaster. So now it's 2 points for Jeremy Langbein tonight. McMaster with the goal. And it's 2-0 Ice Dons now with under 12 minutes to go here in the second period. Left side boards. Rashke trying to keep a play on it, but it gets back out to neutral ice. Greif now goes back to McMaster right side. Stopping on a dime, Shack move. Off of boards play. Trying to be a thorn there was Zorn in the side of Mount Carmel, trying to get it out of their own end. And a big hit there at neutral ice. And the Caravan have to go back to trail in their own zone to get the puck again. Curtin hit off the boards, kept in. It's Lempa. Couldn't get it in his wheelhouse, though, try to get a shot off. And Zorn gets taken down, and a penalty's going to be coming up. It's going to be a trip call, and the Ice Dons are now going to go back to the power play. So the Ice Dons now will have their second power play of the night. Declan 40, or I should say, rather, that's going to be number see who's going in there for the Caravan. I believe that is Carlton Lee that just went in there. As off the first face-off, the puck comes out to neutral ice. Zorn at the right side. It gets back out to O'Kane. Coleman battling along the boards. Minute 32 still left here on the Notre Dame power play, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. And I think because the Caravan had gotten taken down at the boards and couldn't see the puck. And are we going to get a penalty out of it? Looks like we may. Let's see. So let's see. It looks like maybe getting a boarding call perhaps, as I think they're going to get this one on Podgorny. And they are. So he'll be sent off. Having 4-on-4 hockey now for a minute 30. Michael Langbein off the dump in. Ice Dons won the faceoff. Coleman. Leaving this off now to Palacios, who defensively back in his own end. Shot there deflects wide. That was Lee, and that gets right into Keene, who makes the stop. 1:11 left on this 4-on-4. Near right wing circle draw with 10-12 remaining here in the second period. 2-0 Notre Dame over Mount Carmel. Palacios looked up there for McKiernan. Or I should say rather that was Michael Langbein, I should say. Lee. Carlton Lee will bring it back behind the net. As a centering pass, trying to get a shot on it was Klein. Now it's Lee at the point. Spins around for another pass at the left wing circle. As this shot in gets deflected wide of Keene. As Michael Langbein will get it up to O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane, excuse me, as that jumps away from him. Pass there deflects wide to the near right corner boards. Palacios trying to make a play on it. 27 left on this 4-on-4. Lead to the point again. Now the puck possession time is starting to favor Mount Carmel in the middle stages of the second period. John Curtin can't get that one to him as Palacios gets it out to neutral ice. Devlin O'Kane now. O'Kane to his right. And he has to back out. He didn't have a lane to try to shoot that one. As he gets it back in. Found that one to Spanos. As McKinnon, who just came on. And we get a whistle. And we got a hooking penalty coming up. So Lee now will go off. Just as the 4-on-4 had ended. We're going to go right back to 4-on-4 hockey for 25 seconds. So it'll be a minute 35 of power play time for the Ice Dons once the penalty on Podgorny concludes. So 25 seconds of 4-on-4. Face-off won by Notre Dame. And as a turnover in their own end, 48 with the shot off the pads of Keene. Spanos collects. And Spanos was flipping it out to Zorn, but it doesn't get to him cleanly. Zorn trying to stick with it in the Mount Carmel end. It gets back out to neutral ice. Now the penalty on Podgorny is over. Power play time for the Ice Dons as Keene makes the glove stop. Just under 8.5 to go here in the second period. We thank you for joining us on senior night inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. I'm Ryan Fahey with you here on the Ice Dons broadcast now. Thanks to our director and replay operator Tim Helms and AJ Scalcetti with our camera operations here tonight. Earlier we had the JV game in which the Ice Dons convincingly won that one 4-1. And 2 goals from Shane Zeman in the contest in game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight. As Greif will ring this one around. O'Kane goes to chase it. Podgorny battling there with Fortier. Not a Greif. Up ahead now it's O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane shoots and a glove save made by Cronin. We get one more look at that shot there from Devlin O'Kane. Notice too, way out of the blue paint there was Cronin, making that glove stop off the shot attempt on goal from O'Kane. Still 1:09 to go on the Notre Dame power play, and the Caravan clear out. Now it's McKiernan. McKiernan sticks with it along the near boards. McKiernan back behind the net. Off to Podgorny now. McKiernan getting it right back. Greif at the far point. Puck stays into the Mount Carmel zone. As that shot in towards the net gets stopped by a Caravan stick, and down it'll be cleared with now 30 seconds remaining on the Notre Dame power play. 7:20 not a play here in the second period of action. 16 shots on goal to 4 in favor of the Ice Dons. As McKiernan, he makes a turnover happen. Backhanded attempt to shoot that goes wide. As this one cleared out once again, and that will finish off the Ice Dons power play, as now both teams are at full strength. Michael Langbein back behind his own net. Gives it to McKiernan. McKiernan with the chip shot out to neutral ice. And the Caravan dump it right back in. Ring around the rosy there, but out to the Mount Carmel end of things. And it'll go down for an icing. So we'll switch back to the other end of the rink here. Far left wing circle draw. It'll be Tommy Schrantz at it for the Ice Dons against Gino Gazzillo, number 44. Michael Langbein on the backhand off the boards out to neutral ice. Michael Langbein will have that one ring back into the Caravan end. As Schrantz trying to create a turnover out of it, he rings it back in, back behind the net of the Caravan. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play as the net came undone. As now they get that back set, you've got Palacios out there with Lempa, Psycho, Tommy Schrantz, and Michael Langbein. That'll be a near left wing circle draw. Schrantz to take it, and he wins it. Whiffing on the initial shot to dump it back in there was Ryan Rennerson, and we get a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty. Or are they going to... So it'll be regular 5-on-5 action. We did have one official raise his arm for a penalty, unless it may have been a different sort of call that I just missed. As off the draw, it's Curtin. Curtin now to the left side. Greif with the aggressive hit there with the shoulder to try to give his team puck possession back. Raschke now. 5:20 to go here in the second. Leaving it for Lempa. Now Schrantz again, his shot. Padded stop in front by Cronin. Centering pass there does not work, as Roschke now has to go back and play it. And that'll go all the way down for an icing. Under 5 minutes now to play. 2-0 Notre Dame. 17-4 on shots on goal, favoring the Ice Dons. Podgorny on the draw. Goes to O'Kane. His shot right at the top of the glove of Cronin, who gave up a rebound. As this one will be flipped back on in, and Keene makes the stop and ices the puck with 4:45 to play here in the second. We'll get one more look at that as it was back in the other way. Yeah, Patrick Harwila leading the charge there. As off the draw, nicely done there by the Ice Dons to cover up the blue paint in front of Keene before any sticks could be in the area of Keene on the side of Mount Carmel. As this shot in from Palacios blocked out in front. Caravan back the other way. Pass doesn't work out as O'Kane leaves that one out for Podgorny. Eric Podgorny winds up for a shot. The rebound out in front for Coleman, and another save made by Jacob Cronin. As you're going to see the first shot attempt on this replay here. And then you see coming in, streaking in, trying to make something happen was Dylan Coleman. And we get a whistle and a penalty that went on Coleman after the fact. So he's out for a couple. And it'll be a Caravan power play yet again. Greif now rang it back in. He's out there with McKiernan, Spanos, and Zorn. The penalty kill unit out there for the Ice Dons. Then you've got Smith, Shackmuth, Wiseman, and Fortier out there. As Smith gets bodied off the puck from McKiernan. And the Ice Dons ring it back on in. No changes being made. 1:27 left here on the Mount Carmel power play. And another clear out by Greif down into the Mount Carmel end. Here's John Curtin now. Curtin, a lot of speed with him on this rush, but he couldn't get a clean shot off, and the Ice Dons clear yet again. Now Smith. Loses that one to Devlin O'Kane, who gets it out, and that's going to be a slash call on Mount Carmel. I think they're getting that one on Ryan Reinerson. And that is what they're going to get. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey here for 39 seconds. And then it'll be Notre Dame to the man advantage after that. So the faceoff now will come back in the Mount Carmel zone. O'Kane. We'll have this go to Michael Langbein at the far side. O'Kane, as he's got Lempa and Podgorny also out there. And we got an injured Caravan player down, and play has stopped because of it. As didn't see who it was that officially went down as the play had continued. Not sure if we had a replay on that. I don't think we did, as it was away from the puck. As an injury timeout with 2:32 remaining here in the second period. As there was going to be a penalty that was called, and they got that on Devlin O'Kane. So it'll be 4-on-3 hockey. That'll favor Mount Carmel. As you take a look at the injured Caravan player down, we got injury timeout on the ice. We'll step aside for just a moment here on the Ice Downs Broadcast Network.
Hi, my name is Peyton Adams. I work for US 99.5 in Chicago. And the reason I came to the Illinois Media School to be a teacher was because I didn't have a mentor growing up in the business, I should say. I did a lot of learning on my own, kind of going out there in the world and just exploring and learning as I go. When I got my first radio job, I really didn't know anything. It was just a learning curve from there. And I had a few people help me along the way, but I felt like this would be a great place for me to come and utilize my skills and my talents to help these students get to the next level. I love to be here. I love to be a part of their daily activities and help them and guide them and help them with editing, help them build their confidence and just really find who they are and find their voice and what they want to do. The students that attend here, it can be a mixture of anybody fresh out of high school to somebody in their 50s. And that's what I like about it here, is that you get a mixture of everybody. You get people who are, young and eager and hungry, and people who have already had careers that kind of want to do what their dream is and live out their dreams. So the students here are driven, they're focused, they're ready, and they want it. And that's what I love so much about teaching here, is just seeing the creativity and hearing about what their ideas are and seeing what they do and what kind of projects they do. It's really a great environment for like-minded people that want to excel. And that's one thing that I noticed in all the students here, is they just really do a great job in grabbing the bull by the horns and going for it. So I really love that about working with them. My name is Peyton Adams. I work for US 99.5 on air, and I'm an instructor here at IMS, and I am IMS.
Caravan that was down was Carlton Lee. Got up on his own power and is okay. Appeared to have been an injury to his neck and throat area. As we're back with you live here inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. 2:32 still to play here in our second period of action. So Devlin O'Kane got sent off for it. 2-minute minor. They officially ruled it as a hooking penalty on O'Kane. So 4-on-3 action here in favor of Mount Carmel for the next 26 seconds. And then we'll go back to 4-on-4, and then it'll be 5-on-4 back to the side of Mount Carmel. So now that we'll get play back underway. As Zorn loses the draw, as he was up against Dylan Klein on that one. Klein gets the puck right back. Klein leaving that one off for Fitch. Play to the left side, a shot in, second chance, no! And Key makes another stop, and it gets back out of the zone. Nice defensive stance by the Ice Downs in front of their netminder and Eric Keene. As the first penalty is now done, we're at 4-on-4 hockey now for 1:20. 2 minutes out of play here in the second. Action beginning to intensify just a touch. Ice Downs still having a 2-0 lead here on senior night. Pass up, and what a pass out of Coleman on a breakaway opportunity, and that shot is poked away and stopped by Cronin. What a breakaway on the 4-on-4 action. As what an excellent feed from Eric Podgorny in towards Coleman. Tried to go backhand. It didn't work, though, as Cronin makes the stop. As you'll get a closer look at it, as Coleman was streaking the other way. Great look by our camera crew as Cronin got backed into the far post, hence play being stopped as Palacios blew a tire. They're trying to get the shot off. 50 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. 90 seconds now will remain here in the second period. As a turnover in the ice don's end. Michael Langby being pressured there from Brett Wiseman. Coming away with it is Fortier. And in the end, the ice dons get it back out. Now to Zorn, who's trailing in from behind. Going up against Smith. Now Jeremy Langbein in the Mount Carmel end. Can't get a stick on the puck for a clear shot. As now Palacios at the left point. He wanted to tee up for a shot, but he backs off from doing so. As at the blue line, it's kept in now to Zorn. Zorn at the left wing circle, leaving it off of Palacios. He rings that behind the net for Michael Langbein to try to chase. And he'll ring it back in as the 4-on-4 has been done. Power play from Mount Carmel, and we get a whistle, and I believe that it hit somebody on the Notre Dame bench, hence why the play stopped. 3 seconds left here on the Mount Carmel power play. 35 seconds remaining in the second period. Again, we'll have a longer intermission after this period concludes as they'll be resurfacing the ice. The faceoff just outside the blue line. Podgorny to take the draw. As he'll be going up against Declan Fortier. Or rather, he's going to actually go off, and Coleman's going to take the draw instead. DiFilippo brings on in with a half a minute now remaining. Play it back behind that. It's Spanos. 21 shots on goal to 5 in favor of the Ice Dons. Spanos tries to backhand it out. Can't. Is that one? Eric Keane didn't see it coming, and it goes 5-hole. And with seconds remaining here in the second period, Mount Carmel cuts their deficit in half. As Spanos couldn't clear it, as Ryan Rennerson delivers on the tally unassisted. And it's now 2-1. So now the game changes a little bit. Mount Carmel will go to the locker room with some momentum. As the final 5 seconds are going to tick on down. That will do it for second period action. But not before a late second period goal from Ryan Rennerson to cut the deficit down to 1 for them. As the Ice Dons still will carry a lead into the locker room at 2-1. Time for our second period intermission break. We'll come back in a little bit for third period action and more here on Senior Night on the Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School.
Well, I got started back in 2010. I was freelance sports writing for a couple different newspapers with the Sun-Times, and I wasn't really finding a permanent job, which is what I really wanted. And I would always hear those commercials on the radio about ICB, and I finally went in, and everyone was pretty welcoming. While I was there, all the instructors were very helpful, and it's just a great place to take advantage of their internships. I mean, you can get pretty much any internship you want if you put your mind to it. I know while I was there, I interned both at Comcast Sportsnet Chicago and at The Score, both at the same time. So they give you the options, but you need to work for it yourself. You can't just sit back and expect everything to come to you and everything to be served to you on a platter, because that's not how the world works, and that's not how anywhere works. And although I still have a full-time job here at 23, I still like to get out and do broadcasts with IMS, even this past summer and spring, spending time doing games for Aurora Borealis, because it's still good even though I'm doing this job in the studio, I'm stuck in the studio, I don't really still get those opportunities to go out and call soccer games, call whatever games, and still even just, you know, helping out current students that are there, they like to hear the advice from me, so I always like to still get out and do stuff like that. My name is Mike Buda. I'm the weekend sports anchor at Channel 23 News in Rockford, and I am IMS.
I decided to go to the Illinois Media School because I realized after I finished college the first time that I really wanted to work in media, and this was the best option for someone who had a job and was busy but still wanted to get the career that they were looking for. One of my favorite things about going to the Illinois Media School was the fact that you had to and got to do everything. It wasn't like a classroom where, oh, well, this person gets to use the camera, this person gets to use the radio, and then everyone else just watches. In fact, everyone did everything together, and it definitely showed what you could do and what you needed help on. It wasn't a guessing game, everything was just there. There are so many different people inside one school at the Illinois Media School. You have people who want to be on camera or behind the mic, and then people who want to work in production, and it's awesome to work together as a team to produce a radio show and a TV cast. And it doesn't matter how old you are, who you are, everybody is at the school. I'm Michelle Abraham. I'm an on-air personality at 97 ZOK, and I am IMS.
I went to the Illinois Media School because I wanted a job in broadcasting. It was always my dream. I would see, radio stations out at different events or different concerts, and I'd say, man, how do you get that job? And the Illinois Media School made that possible. What I enjoyed most about my time at IMS was the fact that I was taught by industry professionals. I knew if I had any question, those pros would know exactly